artificial intelligence today has actually serious issues. It's not very good at what we people take for granted, which is common sense. So it knows everything about the data set, but nothing that surrounds the data set. It has no context of what it's trying to learn. My name is Michael Green. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Desupervised. In artificial intelligence, we try to categorize different levels of AI. We have the first level of AI, which is called artificial narrow intelligence. That is the kind of intelligence that can solve specific tasks better than people. Take, for example, playing chess. Take counting number of objects on a conveyor belt, or everything that humans would find tedious and then would typically make mistakes, or something that requires a lot of variables. That's where machines, and especially neural networks, have beaten people. We have lost that game. We will never beat the machines at this. This has been solved, I would say. Artificial narrow intelligence is solved, and this is also what is often presented in media. And this is what we see, and we just assume that everything else around it is also something that makes sense to the model, but it really doesn't. It's only this task that makes sense to it. The second step is what people usually associate with AI, which is artificial general intelligence. That means basically that they have learned concepts that they can apply across different domains. This is what people do all the time. And this is, of course, an area where we're not today. Many people believe that we are close to that, but we're really not. Actually, one of my co-founders usually say that AI is so stupid. And what it refers to there is actually that compared to a human being that relies on common sense, which the models don't have, they can behave extremely erratically if they go outside of the domain where they were trained. The next interesting step is something that is called artificial superintelligence. And that is really when the machines are able to scale the general intelligence and communicate at a higher level, where everything basically just scales with CPU power, GPU power, and this would, for all practical purposes, represent an intelligence that, in our point of view, would be equivalent to a god. And there, of course, the question comes, would that be a nice god? Right now, artificial general intelligence seems like an enormous step from artificial narrow intelligence, and it really is. And once we get there, and I have no doubt in my mind that we will get there, but once we do, and we get to artificial general intelligence, the next step to artificial superintelligence is like that. And that is the scary part, because once we get there, artificial intelligence will no longer be in our control. You know, now we're getting into an area where it's difficult to differ between the science and the science fiction, right? But this is going to be a very real thing in a not too distant future. I expect there to be significant progress in my lifetime.